For this week's discussion, I'm going to talk about Reddit using the ideas from the Blue Ocean strategy and the Porter's Five Forces. For the first question, which is which of the Blue Ocean pathways should your project company pursue? I think Reddit should pursue path 3 of the Blue Ocean strategy, which is looking across the chain of buyers. When most people think about Reddit and their customers, they probably think of users or advertisers, and those are definitely two of the main groups that the company focuses on. In fact, the 2025 Reddit annual report says 94% of its revenue comes from advertising. So, this is obviously a huge part of the business, but I think Reddit has another opportunity, and that's become a lot more important over the last few years, which is that companies that build AI models, marketing firms, and financial services are all interested in Reddit because it has millions of real conversations from actual people. And Reddit even describes its platform as one of the internet's largest collections of authentic human conversations and says it's continuing to explore content licensing agreements with AI companies and other enterprise partners. So I think that's where the blue ocean opportunity lies, instead of depending almost entirely on advertising. Reddit can keep expanding its content licensing business, but that's creating value for a different group of buyers instead of competing for the exact same customers as every other social media platform. And to me, that's exactly what the Blue Ocean strategy is about. It's not just trying to beat competitors. It's creating a new space where there's less direct competition. So for the second question, which is if you could make one change or improvement to your project company's industry level profitability, what would it be and which force does it affect? If I could make one change to Reddit's industry level profitability, I think I would focus on reducing rivalry among existing competitors, which is one of Porter's five forces. The social media industry is incredibly competitive, and Reddit is competing with companies like Meta, TikTok, YouTube, and X, and users, more importantly, for advertising budgets. And Reddit even says in the annual report that it's facing intense competition for advertising spending. And because of that, I don't think Reddit should try to win just by competing harder for ad revenue. I think instead it should continue advertising and investing, not advertising, in the things that make Reddit different. One example is content licensing. Another could be continuing to improve its AI search and advertising tools. And Reddit is also investing in features that help advertisers reach people who are actively looking for recommendations or information instead of just showing random ads. Those are things that build on what Reddit has already done well. Porter talks about how companies can improve profitability by competing through differentiation instead of just competing on price or fighting the same customers, and I think that's exactly the direction that Reddit should go. And if Reddit keeps developing products and services that competitors can't easily copy, it becomes less dependent on advertising alone and creates a more stable long-term revenue. Overall, I think both readings point toward the same idea, but the Blue Ocean strategy is about new opportunities instead of staying stuck in crowded markets. And Porter's framework shows that reducing rivalry and creating differentiation can improve profitability over time. I think Reddit is already moving in that direction, and those strengths will help the company grow and rely less on advertising as its only major source of revenue. Thank you.